When your cat stares at you, do you actually know what they're seeing? Most people assume their cat recognizes them as their owner, as their human. But here's the truth. In your cat's mind, you've never been human. Not once. You're something completely different, and when you understand what that is, suddenly all those weird behaviors they do around you start making perfect sense. Let's unpack exactly what your cat thinks when they look at you, because this changes everything you thought you knew about your relationship. Giant cat syndrome. You're just a big, clumsy colony mate. Ever notice how differently cats treat humans compared to how dogs do? When a dog sees their owner walk through the door, they lose their mind. Jumping, barking, spinning in circles, complete chaos. But your cat? Maybe a glance. Maybe they rub against your leg for 3 seconds, then straight back to whatever they were doing. Most people think this means cats are cold or indifferent, that they don't actually care about you. Actually, it's the complete opposite. According to cat behavior expert John Bradshaw, who studied feline social behavior for over 30 years, cats never developed separate behaviors for interacting with humans versus other cats. Dogs evolved specific human-directed social skills over thousands of years of domestication. Cats looked at that whole process and said, "No thanks." When your cat headbutts you, rubs their face on your laptop, or kneads your stomach at 2 a.m. with their murder mittens out, they're using exactly the same behaviors they'd use with another cat they trust. In their head, you're not their owner. You're not some superior being. You're just a really big, somewhat uncoordinated cat who happens to live in their colony and apparently can't groom yourself properly. And honestly, that's a massive compliment in cat language. It means they've fully accepted you as family, as one of them. But this exact worldview also explains one behavior that absolutely freaks people out. Dead gifts. They think you're a terrible hunter who needs lessons. If your cat has ever dropped a dead mouse, a mangled bug, or even a half-alive bird at your feet, you probably thought, gross, what is wrong with you? But to your cat, they're conducting an intervention. In the wild, mother cats bring prey back to their kittens not to show off, but to teach hunting skills. It's survival education. So when your cat leaves a corpse on your doorstep, they're following that exact instinct. From their perspective, you're a member of the colony who clearly cannot hunt. They watch you every single day open the refrigerator and pull out pre-packaged food. To a cat, this makes zero sense. No stalking, no pouncing, no kill. Where's the skill in that? So some cats do what they do with a kitten who can't hunt. They try to teach you. Some bring the prey already dead. Others leave it half alive so you can practice the kill yourself. And when indoor cats drop toys at your feet, that's often the apartment version of the same lesson. They're not trying to annoy you. In their mind, they're literally trying to keep you from starving to death. Have you ever had your cat bring you something weird as a gift? Drop a comment and tell me the strangest thing your cat has presented to you. Blurry face problem. Your face is basically invisible up close. You ever get right up in your cat's face and feel like they're staring through you instead of at you? That's because they literally can't see you properly. Cats have terrible close-range focus. Anything closer than about 10 inches from their face turns into a blurry blob. So when you lean in for a close-up moment with your cat, your face becomes an out-of-focus smudge. They're not ignoring you. They physically cannot process the details. Compared to humans, cats see the world with significantly less visual clarity, but they compensate in other ways. Their brains are wired to detect movement with insane precision. A tiny flick of your finger, a bug crawling across the wall, even a subtle shift in your posture registers immediately. This is also why your cat sometimes seems unable to see the treat you're holding directly in front of their nose. It's too close to focus on. So they switch to their backup system, smell. This is how your cat actually recognizes you. Not by looking at your face, but by your scent, your voice, the way you move. To your cat, you're not a visual image. You're a complete sensory experience. And this leads to maybe the most fascinating adaptation cats made specifically for living with humans. Invented language. The meow exists only for manipulating you. Here's something wild that most cat owners never realize. Adult cats almost never meow at each other. Seriously, go watch two cats interact sometime. You'll see elaborate body language, Specific tail positions, precise ear movements, maybe some hissing or growling if things get tense. But meowing? Basically non-existent between adult cats. That's because in normal cat-to-cat communication, the meow is strictly kitten behavior. It's what babies use to call for their mother when they're cold, hungry, or scared. Adult cats abandon it entirely once they're weaned, except when they're talking to humans. Then suddenly, they meow constantly. All day, all night, for everything. Why the double standard? Because cats figured out something crucial about us. We're completely clueless about their normal communication methods. We ignore tail signals. We miss ear positions. We don't understand scent marking. We're essentially blind to almost every feline social cue they possess. So cats did something remarkable. They adapted. They took the kitten meow, a sound specifically designed by evolution to trigger parental nurturing responses, and weaponized it for human manipulation. Over time, each individual cat basically develops their own custom vocabulary with their specific owner. One meow pitch for food, different meow for attention, another distinct one for open this door right now, and that special penetrating 3 a.m. meow that means I've decided you need to wake up immediately for no reason. This sound barely exists in feral cat colonies. It was shaped entirely through thousands of years of living with humans who respond better to vocal ones. Cats essentially learned meowing is the cheat code for getting exactly what they want from us. Before we continue, if you're finding this information helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our videos. Share this with other cat owners who need this information. Together we can help more people actually understand their cats. Safe place effect. You're their emotional security system. In 2019, researchers at Oregon State University ran a fascinating experiment. They put cats in an unfamiliar room with their owners, then had the owner leave for 2 minutes. What happened next challenged everything people assumed about cat independence. Without their owner present, over 60% of the cats showed visible signs of stress. They vocalized more. They moved less. They were clearly uncomfortable. But the moment their owner walked back in, those same cats immediately relaxed. They greeted their person, then calmly went back to exploring the room. The researchers recognized this pattern. It's called secure attachment, and it's the exact same bonding behavior observed in human babies with their parents and dogs with their owners. What this means is profound. For most cats, you're not just the food dispenser. You are their reference point for safety. You're the thing that tells their nervous system everything is okay. Your presence literally regulates their stress response. Studies found that 64% of cats show this secure attachment style, almost identical to the percentage seen in human infants. So when people say cats are aloof and independent, they're missing what's actually happening. Your cat may not jump around like a dog when you come home, but they're experiencing the same deep emotional bond. Your cat doesn't see you as a human. In their mental model of the world, you're probably just a weird, oversized cat who showed up one day. A cat who's terrible at hunting. A cat who doesn't understand normal feline body language. A cat who makes strange, loud noises instead of proper communication. But here's what matters. They chose to accept you anyway. They claimed you as part of their colony. They mark you with their scent. They bring you kills to share. And when they're stressed, they look to you for safety. And maybe that's what makes the human-cat bond so special. Because they don't see hierarchy. They see companionship. They see family. So the next time your cat slow blinks at you from across the room, or plops down in your lap for no apparent reason, remember what's actually happening. You're not their owner. You're their giant, clumsy, slightly incompetent, but deeply trusted colony mate. And in the world of cats, that's about as good as it gets.